This is Paranormal Short Session 2 by Keith Evans at the Chestnut Street Cemetery in Apalachicola, Florida. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of January, 2024. I'm using my Flare C5 thermal camera to search for any areas where warm air is coming up from a possible tunnel or cave here at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. And my theory that the tunnel would probably have an opening or an exit, depending on how you're looking at it, probably within a well-marked plot, family plot here at the Chestnut Street Cemetery. It's probably been forgotten about and nobody knows about it anymore. But anyway, I don't see any warm air coming up from this plot. And this is a well-kept plot. I'll show you the outside of it. See how the wall is well kept? I'm sorry about the bounce in the camera. I'm limping around on a sore leg. So you'll have to excuse me on that. I can't do any better. And if I do still shots, you're going to just see that one shot. Even though it might be steady, it won't really show you what I want you to see. Now, see, this is a very well kept. You just will say it was on a hill when they made it level at the top of the grave cradles here. But it's definitely on a incline where there's probably at least a 15-degree angle, maybe more. And you can see the angle goes down here. And it's pretty well kept. So anything that's well kept, I would think maybe a location where there's more to it than meets the eye, and maybe not. But here we are, and I'm going to show you a thermal image. We started right back on this corner here, so I'll give you thermal images from here. If there was any air coming up, you would see it. That's what you're seeing. The back of those two. And then the one here. So there's three of them all together. One is similar to an obelisk, but not quite. No, I don't see any warm air coming up here at all. Now, let's go back over to the front and get a view of the thermal image from the front. Now, I don't know if we took a view of it from here or not. This is the somewhat of a southwest corner, depending on the angle of your family plot. I don't see any warm air rising at all. You can see the leaves are much warmer. They're kind of like yellowish orange, and the tombstones are colder. They're a purplish pink. See, the border is colder too. It's a purple. You see the back border, part of the other side, and the front border coming over. All right, you can see where the walkway here. I'll do it in reverse of what I just did. A 360, or whatever you want to call it, for a square. Went all the way around the square. Now there's the opening. You can see the posts here, purplish pink, which is colder. And then you can see the warmer leaves. So there is definitely no warm air coming up from here. So that would, I'm not saying there's not an entrance to a cave here, or a tunnel, man-made or whatever. I'm just saying that I don't detect it. Now, let's go over to this other family plot, which is kind of like on an incline going this way, or this one was on an incline going this way. So it's kind of like a draw here, a lower area that goes downward. Now, this area, the fence is in rough shape, but I don't see any warm air coming up here either. If anybody at home sees something that I'm missing, let me know. All right, let's walk around towards the front. You can even see that the iron fencing is rather cold compared to the ground. That iron absorbs the coldness. You see it there. Yeah. That's what it looks like with the C5 thermal camera. All right, let's look back over here. I don't see any warm air flowing up. As warm air would reach the cooler, about 45-degree atmosphere, you'd be able to see it. Now, I think it's going to warm up as the day goes on, even warmer than what it is now. And this yellow area here is that area where there's a gap in between, and the ground and the leaves are much warmer than the purple tombstones. So now we're going to move over here. So you can see that grave cradle's warped, and there is a gap there. That one there, I don't remember that having that white cap. It looks like something got broken off. So yeah, I don't see any warm air coming up. Let's do out in front where the fencing is. Yeah, here's where I just did. Let's do it again. Different people suggested I should do this at night. I've never seen it, but I was told there's a city ordinance where you're not allowed to be in the Chestnut Street graveyard at night. They do that to kind of keep down vandalism. So that's why I'm not going to try it at night, because as you can tell, in a very conservative area, paranormal researchers aren't held in wide esteem. So I do everything I can to stay within the limits of the law and not step out of those boundaries. So, see if we can get this corner post. I don't know. It's showing up kind of fuzzy. Can't really see an outline of it. All right, I would have to say no. There's no signs that a tunnel or a underground cave might have a surface opening in this family plot. All right, let's go around to the back side of the family plot. Get it from all angles, since the entrance might be on or near a grave cradle. I don't see any warm air or heat rising at all. Sorry, folks, it don't look like we're going to find the opening of any cave or any tunnel system. But at least we looked. Sometimes legends are filled with part truths. Now, over the years, if there was a tunnel system that led out so they could bring contraband in safely, or even weapons in, ammunition in, so they wouldn't be shot while trying to bring it in from a boat, that cave could have fell in a long time ago. Parts of it might still be there. You need the ground penetrating radar to really check for sure. And that'd be very, very expensive. I think the C5 camera was around $400 or $500. The thermal camera. If you want a good thermal video camera that can see and discriminate temperatures from long distances, like maybe a quarter of a mile, tenth of a mile, you're going to be paying the price of a small car. So that's not within my limits. Believe me, I'd have to sell a lot of books like The Hayes House Ghost for People 2 and Vampires Dead or Alive to be able to afford one of those thermal cameras that take video. So remember that when you buy my book. It helps me to be able to do the research that I do. Thank you. All right, that's the second plot. And I'm back to where I started. And even though it's warming up, it's probably still in about the mid to upper 40s, less and less likely to see air pocket of warm air rising up. But I think you would see it with this camera. And this camera differentiates really well about 7 feet away. So you might say that it's probably accurate to that little second baby grave cradle that I'm pointing to. Past that, it's not considered to be that accurate. So if you're seeing purple at that second baby grave cradle, then that's accurate. And then out from it, the yellow ground means that the leaves in the ground are warmer. Now, a lot of people think the temperature is always going to be the same. If it's yellow, it's always going to be a certain temperature. No, it goes by the range of what the environment is when you're pointing your C5 thermal camera at it. If it is 45 degrees, then the purple might be a little bit colder because it takes, last night it probably got down to upper 30s. So the purple might be upper 30s because it takes a while for it to warm up once the sun comes up. And then your yellow area could be on a day where it's 45, 46, 47 degrees. It could be maybe in the 50s. Let's zero in and see if I'm right. All right, looks like it's showing yellow as being, let's see if I'm pointing towards yellow. Yeah, I am. It's fuzzy, but looks like 60-some degrees. And it shows the scale for purple as being, well, shows purple as being like 58, I think that is. And the yellow that I'm pointing at shows that to be 60. I don't know if that's, no. Go back to yellow, 59.4 degrees. I can see clearer if I'm not looking through my camera and just looking right at the C5 thermal screen. Anyway, now I'm pointing it down towards the ground. So let's see what we got. Looks like 58.3 Fahrenheit. So you got a range here. The hottest yellow on this scale would be like 61, 62 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the coldest would be about, is that 52, 53? Yeah, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. It's kind of blurry. All right, I appreciate everyone who watches my YouTube channel and subscribes to my YouTube channel and likes my Instagram page and my Facebook page. And thank you for reading and loving my book, Vampires Dead or Alive. It's available paperback on Amazon and where other good books are sold, and also ebook at Kindle. Now, my book, The Hayes House Ghost for People 2, has been taken out of print. If the distributors still have it, then it's available. So I haven't got my final royalty, and I won't get my final royalty until all the distributors have sold the books that they have purchased from the publisher. So, but if you want the ebook, it's still available on Kindle. So the original Hayes House Ghosts for People 2, 340 pages, is still available on ebook at Kindle. All right, I appreciate everyone from the bottom of my heart who supports me here in doing my paranormal research. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.